All right, man. Let's get this thing going, bro. Let's go.
5-star James. I don't care what stars they give you. You're 5-star. You've been a 5-star. This is much farther there. Listen, man, University of Miami fans want to know one thing. Does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Does you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
None of that.
This man said that one big.
Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you the tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person you play?
I don't see nobody.
I knew this.
Nobody.
He was gonna give it the damn hood.
That's what I'm for. I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I just got to do what I do.
University of Miami. They land you, and then they land the number one. We call him football player, number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties.
Uh huh.
And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you couldn't say like in the box, but like a striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
That's what's
Because I
up.
know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're gonna he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, and then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we're just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He wanted to play free safety, and he was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be close to the linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's his.
That's just him
yeah.
helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's it. That's him playing chess with the team. I told him
Yeah.
to get. I covered James since he was that big, bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then there goes the play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. It just, I feel like you beat your man every play, then you got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
Yeah. After that, I just started going crazy. Tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like a tackle for loss, like 6.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't touch you, like.
Yeah, like they did.
Explain to me, dog. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds. Is it something? Is it a swim move or something you do? Like, they don't see you? You're teleporting? What's going on?
I'm too fast for long.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like,
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like, I just gotta show the world. Like, I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like, show people like, wow, at 56. Like, show them like I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews, like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what this nigga shit. Big time players step up in big games. All the criticize and all that, it's over, baby. Big time players step up in big games.
What's good, man? What's going on, man? It's D.
Here, man, Monday morning, about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. I got my big homie, Cyrim Wimbs. We're going to bring him in here in a second. In backstage, Cyrim played, I think, from 2004 to 2006, to 2003 to 2007. I'm horrible with dates, dog. Like, but Big Will's got an Ely High School, man. They awesome Ely High School team with Tyrone Moss, played at University of Miami. We're gonna get here and chop it up, man. Talk about the new hire, Cristobal, talk about O-line, Big Wimbs played O-line for University of Miami, what Cristobal means to the University of Miami, and want to talk to y'all about the playbook, because we hear the coaches a lot of times say, oh, the kid wasn't playing because he didn't learn the playbook. That happens often with University of Miami. And want to get to the bottom of that or talk about Wimbs and his experience when he was at the University of Miami. And is it possible? He was there from 2003 to 2006. How does that work? And is the playbook tough? And can you see a kid not playing at all? You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't play the playbook. But first thing first, man, IOD squad, y'all want to be a part is if you're on YouTube, it's at the top. You want to get down with the IOD squad. We had a nice little class last night, little audio classes we do in there. We talked about building your bag last night on IOD squad. Why does Leonard Taylor weigh 56? But if you want to get involved, the link is pinned at the top if you're on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, there you go, IOD squad. There's the link right there. Yeah, we may get X in here. If X sober from this weekend, we'll get X in here. talk about some recruiting this weekend, what we know this weekend. Shout out to all the members, man. You want to become a member, the link is in the description. So listen, man, we're gonna pull Big Man in here, Big Wimbs in here. We're gonna chop it up for a second. Let me see if you're ready. Big Wimbs, you ready?
What up, world?
Wimp, what's going on, bro? You there?
Yeah, I'm there. What's up?
All right, so listen, man, y'all give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear both of us. Y'all can hear him, man. Y'all can hear me. Well, what's going on, man?
I'm chilling, man. Another day, trying to do what the Lord asks. That's all.
So listen, bro. Mario Cristobal at University of Miami, man. Just round the back, though. How you feel about Mario? Have you ever had any run? Have you ever been coached by Mario or played with Mario or went to a camp or you got any? You crossed Mario path somehow?
Yeah, a few times, man. Mario actually recruited me out of high school when he was at Rutgers. And
okay.
Yeah, Mario recruited me when he was at Rutgers. He was my actual O-line coach for 1 year. And actually, when I got to Miami, he was the tight ends coach or assistant, if I'm not mistaken. He was like a graduate assistant, still trying to like get in the door when I actually got to Miami.
Really? We got Uncle Luke in the house, man. You know I show homage to Uncle Luke, man. Hey, the soundtrack of my childhood, Big Wimbs. Let me see you. I used to go to the club to hear I Wanna Rock, big dog. We got Luke in the house, man. Luke, we're gonna get Luke on the show soon. But so listen. So Mario was actually your offensive line coach?
Yeah, he was my O-line coach before he took the job at FIU. He took the job at FIU. He was my O-line coach for 1 year. It was Kehoe. Mario came in for 1 year, and then I had Stoutland. So Kehoe for 3, Mario for 1, and Stoutland came in for 1.
Got you, man. So playing for Mario, man. I mean, what are the kids going to get? So he just was coaching the O-line, right? So how was he, man, as a coach? Was he
Mario?
Great? Talk to us.
Mario next level, man. I think it was a great hire. You definitely gonna see changes on the offensive line. And just from a team aspect, one thing about Mario and anybody that know Mario or ever played, with Crystal Ball or anything like that, Mario gonna hold everybody accountable. So accountability is going to be like a huge thing with the players that's coming in and the players that's currently there. Um, that's one thing he's big on. Even to the coaches, he's gonna hold the coaches accountable. Really
Yeah.
transparent with everything. Yeah, really transparent with everything that he do. Hey man, listen, you're not performing. I'm gonna get this guy here a chance. And that's who Cristobal is from top to bottom. And he's just a amazing leader. That's one thing that also that jumps out to you when you meet Cristobal. Just he know how to lead people. Especially young men. He know how to lead people, and I think you got a glimpse of that at FIU.
Right.
Alabama, and definitely at Oregon. You got a glimpse of the accountability and just the leadership. I don't think you can be a great leader unless you hold people accountable, because everything ain't gonna always be peachy king or whatever. So
Yeah, I think that was one of the things that that the Canes have been missing to accountability, leadership, and it's one of those things you can't put your finger on. Like, it's hard, you can't see that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it plays out on when one game you're losing by fumbles, and the next game you're losing because the offense ain't show up, the next game you're losing because defense ain't show up, and it's just like it's like like I always explain it, like when your engine get bad and you really can't. One week is a starter, the next week is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that's kind of like what was missing, and I think that's what they needed here at the University of Miami. Are you concerned with him not being like a specialist of offense or defense, like he don't specialize on one side of the ball?
Not with him. I like to tell people, I hate when guys like offensive line coaches, like strictly offensive line coaches, get like head coaching jobs, because to me, like, that's just the down and dirty like part of it. I mean, like you see like this dude out of LSU, what's his name? The coach they just had.
Orgeron?
Yeah, Orgeron. He just fell into a good team. You know what I mean? Orgeron was nothing special about him. He didn't have like, a bunch of amazing plays or nothing like that. But he just fell into a good team. But one thing with Mario is, being a leader, you also have to understand that putting the staff around you to help you do things is going to be, off the charts with Mario. He know his strengths, he know his weaknesses, he know what he's great at, he know what he's not, And being a head coach, I think that's just one of the things that you have to do off the rip, period. You can't be overly consumed with like, okay, well, hey, listen, this is what we're doing, this is how we're doing it, this, that, and the third. You got to rely on your staff. Great staff make great head coaches,
Yeah. Right.
Even with Belichick, you see where his tree come from, Saban and all those guys.
He would bring up Belichick. He would bring up Belichick. We was a huge Patriot fan, though. You would think this motherfucker was from Boston. Huge Patriot fan, fool.
The proof in the pudding. Even Saban carried 3, if I'm not mistaken, or 4, either head coaches in college or head coaches in the NFL.
It's the truth.
Jacksonville Jaguars head coach.
Yeah.
Bill O'Brien, he was a head coach.
Yeah.
It ain't all about just having that label head coach. You got to put guys around you that know what they're doing, man, because like I said, it's gonna be a week to week thing. Injuries, the level of competition, so everybody gonna play a very intricate part, and I think that's one thing that Mario is really good at. Like I say, he's an amazing leader, and I just know that he'll build a staff from the assistants, from the GAs to the offensive line coach, the scrim coach, all the way up to the assistant head coach. So that part really don't bother me.
Right. Yeah, I had a couple people had concerns with that. So how far did you go, dog? You actually was on you made it to the NFL, right? You was on the NFL team, right? Practice squad or live squad, but you made it, right?
Yeah, I had a hot cup of coffee with the Chiefs. While
Only the
Herm
Chiefs.
Edwards was there.
He said hot cup of coffee.
Yeah, a hot cup of coffee. It was gone as soon as it started.
I mean, that don't matter, fool. You made it. 1%. I tell you this shit all the time, man. When we used to be at work together, I used to always tell you that, bro. Stop explaining it that way, dog. 2% of people, 1% of people, dog. You were at the top, the best of the best at what you did, dog. Most of you motherfuckers ain't the best post office worker. They ain't the best. You know what I'm saying? They can't get to the 1% in the building they work at.
Right.
No,
I feel you. I mean, but I played with some guys that really hung around in the league, man, and here today, gone tomorrow is the mentality. What is NFL not for long, right?
Right.
So, but just some of the guys I was fortunate enough to play with, they hung around in the league. Kareem Brown, Baraka Atkins, Orion Harris, Javon Madden. So those are some of my good close friends, and they was able to hang around, a lot longer than I did. But I understand what you're saying. A lot of people don't get that opportunity, so I was blessed and fortunate enough to get it.
Nobody gets the opportunity to play in the NFL conversation. Nobody makes it to the NFL, big dog. It's like the impossible. It's like the damn $20,000 scratch off. You did it though, big dog. You got there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you feel me? Like nobody gets there, dog. Like, what the hell?
When you come out of UM, though, it feel like everybody get there. So I guess that's the curse. I guess
that's the problem, right? We see so many people make it from the South Florida and University of Miami, right? That we think is a common thing, like it's like some of the kids even think that, yeah, man, I'm supposed to make it to the NFL. No, you don't, fool. That shit is not easy to do. Yeah, it's not.
It's difficult. Yeah, it's difficult. And
Definitely.
Then to hang around really makes it difficult,
Right. You also played for Art Kehoe, right?
Yeah, Kehoe recruited me out of high school. Was at UM 3 of the 5 years I was there.
And was tough playing for Kehoe, man. Kehoe's a tough SOB, right, bro?
Yeah. Kehoe, I don't know. I always tell people I don't know if he would survive in this new space age of 2021 guys that come out, because you had to be a tough SOB to play for Kehoe, right. to even just go through film and go through meetings. Kehoe was gonna get it out you, man. He was gonna test you mentally, he was gonna test you physically in practice, and just from an offensive line standpoint, Kehoe was you love him, but you hate him. Like, he was the coach that, like, he gonna get the best out of you, and that, when you're trying to be a great player or anything from that standpoint. But you're gonna have some dog days dealing with old Art Kehoe. I actually bumped into him at what games? I think NC State game. Yeah, I bumped into him, man, and he's old now, but I guess he was old when he was coaching me too. But yeah, but Kehoe, one of a kind, man, one of a kind. I don't know if they make him like Kehoe no more. Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, just ask him how he's doing and how things going and what he got going on. So, but yeah, Kehoe, one of a kind. If I'm not mistaken, I think Kehoe coached Mario also.
Did he?
He coached Cristobal. Yeah, Kehoe been around for a long time. Kehoe got all 5 rings. If my knowledge serves me right. Yeah.
Right. Some of the fans asked me, "Did you play with Brian Patter?" You played with Brian Patter, right?
Yeah, we out of the same class.
Y'all came in at the same time?
Yeah.
How many O-linemen was in your class, bro?
4.
It was 4?
4. Yeah, me, Derek Morris, Andrew Bain, and John Rockford. Yeah, 4.
John Rockford. John Rockford stayed all 4 years?
Yeah. John Rockford stayed. Yeah, I want to say all of us stayed all 5 years. Nobody left early out of that O-line class.
I mean, one classic story my dog always tell me is when listen, man, God bless the dead. My dog made Bobby Boughton wait outside. How long you say Bobby Boughton was outside?
It was outside for about 2 hours, man. No, I was just at the point. I was at the point with the recruiting process, man, that I knew I wanted to go, and they had showed me so much love. So I knew I was going to University of Miami, but John Little, I think he was a tight end coach. He was like the player personnel coach that was really recruiting me. And Little was like, man, we got Bobby Bowden coming, and me and my mom, we sitting in the house. I say, Mom, man, I'm just tired of, talking to these people. People asking all these crazy questions. So she was like, man,
Right.
well, okay, you ain't got to talk to him. So we knocking on the door, Bowden standing on my porch, we peeking out the window, and he go get back in the car. No new cars come to my house. He come back to the front door. He knocking on the door. And she like, man, that's Bobby Bowden. You're not going to talk? I say, man, I don't want to talk to Bobby, man. I'm done with it, Mom. I'm going to the U. That's what it is. And yeah, man, he stayed out there about 2 hours, man. Had food and everything. You know what I mean? Him and Coach Little. But I was done with the recruiting process. And Little called me the next day and said, hey, man, we had Bowden at the house. I say, nah, man, me and my dad, we had to step out, so we wasn't home. So
Right.
he was like, yeah, man, I had, Bowden really wanted to meet you and your mom and your dad. And I was like, well, tell him, after the fact, really getting educated on who Bobby Bowden was. I say, well, I take a visit. I take a visit. So I took my last week. I went to Tallahassee and took a visit. And
you went up
to
there,
his
okay.
house. Yeah, and it a cool cat now, cool guy, and his wife and everybody, great people. But I just knew I wanted to be at University of Miami, so it never materialized into anything.
Right. So listen, one of the reasons I wanted to have you on here is because a lot of times we hear the coaches they said about Chase Smith. He played the last 1 or 2 games, but he couldn't get on the field because he couldn't understand the playbook, right? And I know, me and you've had these talks before, and you told me one of your struggles was the playbook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Explain to us how a kid could fall into a point where he's been you were highly ranked. You were one of the top linemen in the nation, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Right, and can get to University of Miami and can't understand the playbook. You know what I'm saying? That like a lot of times we feel that the fans feel that they're making excuses. I know you firsthand, so I know it's true that it could happen. You know what I'm saying? I talked to Eduardo Clement. He told me the same thing. He was pissed at Booker T. His staff. He wasn't pissed when they was kicking everybody's ass, but he was pissed when he got to Miami and realized he didn't know how to pass block. Or he didn't, you know what I'm saying? Certain things he didn't know. Talk to us about that, about your experience, bro, and what was so tough with learning the playbook. And is it on the teacher? Is it on the kid? Just tell me a little bit about your experience.
Okay, well, I'll solely speak for my experience. Everybody play a part in it. Being a player at any university or any NFL team, everybody got a part to play. And the player has a part to put the work in to learn the plays. The coach has a part to coach it the right way. And when you get on the practice field, it has to all come together. So I'll never blame a coach for my struggles that I had on any level of football with learning the offense.
Right.
But it is tough. It can be tough. Coming out of Ely, we ran the wing T offense, and we had really simple rules. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these kids nowadays, they running pro-style offenses and they running spread offense. So it may be a little different, but like I say, solely speaking for me, we had 3 rules at Ely. You played on O-line, and we ran the wing T. It was gap down back. If you step your gap, you block down, or you go into the next level. And pretty much, unless you was pulling or doing like some kind of trap or something like that, those were our rules. And or unless you was in pass protection. So leaving that circumstance and then going to the University of Miami, who runs a pro-style offense at that time, it was difficult. It was difficult because you will see a certain defense, and then the safety dropped down in the box, the linebacker dropped down, and he lined up with the DN, and that completely changes how that play is going to be ran. So I like to tell people sometimes with one play, depending on what the defense do, or depending on what rules y'all have, it can turn into 3 plays or 2 plays. You know, so if it can take a player some time to learn, like, okay, this is how we handle this. Okay, well, if the end pinch, instead of you blocking down, you gonna run the end down, and we're gonna pull somebody around, but you got to make this call. You know, so everything has every play has its own way of turning into how you want to handle it as an offense. So it can be real tough for a player, you know. But I one of my best friends, one of my teammates, Andrew Bain, he played in that same wing T offense that I played in, and he picked it up like it was nothing. Like, Bain was at the point to where he was giving suggestions to the O-line coach today. How do we handle it like this? Why don't we do this? Because he picked it up so fast, you know.
Right.
So that's why I say different players adjust to the offense. You know, everybody adjusts to the offense differently. And like I said, he played in that same wing T that I played in, but he was able to pick it up a lot faster than I was. So I think it all depends on, you know, who's coaching it, how they coaching it, you know, what depth is the player going to learn it. You know, is he a bookworm? He in the books, he watching the film, he's trying to learn it. But what gave me the most struggles was the week-to-week change. Like I say, you learn a play, okay, we're running 36 power over. All right, you blocking down, or you reaching and hinging to pick up the end so you don't catch the play from the backside. But then, okay, you playing Virginia, they got a 5-man, they run a five down D lineman, that completely changes that week. Or you playing Florida State, who love to blitz, that play changes that week. So, you know, it's just a lot of little small pieces, but it can keep a player off the field, because what happens is, if you're making mental errors, one, you can't play full speed because you're thinking. So the kind of player that you are, the coaches don't really get a look at it because you're thinking. So you can't think and play full speed. You know, that's why people tell you got to know what you're doing, and then that way you can go 100 miles per hour.
So listen, go ahead. No, you keep going, bro. This is your show.
But no, then on top of that, it's the old saying, hey, if I don't trust you, I can't put you on the field.
If I don't trust you, I can't put you on the field. That's a big one, right?
If I don't trust you, I can't put you on the field. So if you're making mental errors in practice, you're probably going to make those mental errors in the game. So you can completely blow up Saturday or Sunday because of your mental errors. You know, I've seen players get an opportunity to play even though they make a lot of mental errors, but it was circumstantial. We needed him, or he got so much talent that, okay, well, we'll simplify it for him. Hey, tell him what to do every play. I've seen that. I saw that in both levels of football that I played in. Well, all three, really. Hey, every time y'all line up, say the play, as y'all walk into the line, literally had a guard or had a tight end tell him what to do. And you don't want to be handicapped like that, but like I said, sometimes you just got so much talent that you can't really keep that talent off the field because of mentals.
Right. So listen, bro, like you go back to the U sometime. Like you used to go out there a lot and go watch practice and things of that nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will you be going back now that Mario there? Like,
well, I definitely
it had kind of changed, didn't it?
I don't want to say it had changed. I mean, they don't. You got to go through a lot to get a pass to go out there on the field and everything. But I think Cristobal really embraced that. Okay, well, listen, man, you got this family, you got these veterans, you got, you know, all these guys with all this knowledge and all these NFL players. So I think he'll kind of open it up to say, you know, Andrew Bain, Ray Lewis, Derek Morris, y'all come out here, be around these guys, teach these guys, you know, Vernon Carey, you know, I can go on and on. Yeah. And, you know, I think a lot of that will come back because Mario being a former player, Cristobal open that up to say, you know, take all that in. I don't know how much of that he had at Oregon,
Right.
But University of Miami is a little different. Well, a lot different, you know.
Well, yeah, it's like the way I explained it is, it's like Thanos, man. It's like giving him his final stone for his glove because he can come back to right. No, it's to family. He come back to his family. He got all this support that people. I know, man. I talk to Philip Buchanan a lot. I talk to a lot of these dudes, Najee a lot. I mean, a lot of these dudes will come back. Brian McKinney, they will come back to help. But it had got a little difficult. I heard from a couple of guys, even with Bain, old school Bain, top of Bain. He used to be out there all the time. When he was saying it got a little difficult. It got a little difficult to go out there and the hoops you had to jump through. Listen, man, I'm finna read. It did. So
Yeah,
listen.
it definitely did.
So tell me. So tell me this. Now this is the part that's gonna get y'all in the comment section. When you got to the NFL, right? Was it harder to understand or was it easier?
It was easier. Didn't have as many rules. I know that sounds crazy, but didn't have as many rules. And things were just a lot simpler. I mean, you know, as a staff, you put as much on the players that you think they can handle. You know, you got a young quarterback, you might give him 20, 30, 40%. He show you, okay, well, no, I can take 50, 60%. He open up more, and so on and so forth. But just rules, you know, we had a lot of complex rules, I would say, at least at Miami at the time I was there. And then having 3 different offensive line coaches. You know, I played Cristobal, I played with Kehoe, and I played with Stoutland. Stoutland wanted to pull the O-line a certain way. Cristobal and Kehoe pulled it another way. Say they didn't believe in the offensive linemen turning their shoulders. Cristobal wanted you to turn your shoulders. Take your eyes off the target, and when you get through the hole, you square up, and whatever there is there. Like I say, Stoutland wanted you to go sideways, keep your eyes on your target, and once you come up to the hole, so you never get like chipped off. When you turn your shoulders, you can get chipped off. So it's just like anything, bro. If you have a job and you got 3 different supervisors telling you how to do one thing a certain way, and they all doing it different, that can also be a headache on the player. You know, I tell people with Ja'Cory Harris, said the man had 3 OCs, bro.
Right.
Oh man, he was this, he was that. I say, listen, Ja'Cory got with Whipple in his last year, and he like a completely different quarterback.
Right. With Fish,
you know,
Jed Fish.
Right, Fish.
Yeah.
And people say, well, wow, hey, this, that, and the third. It took him 4, 5 years. I say, no, but bro, when you being coached a certain way, down to the fact that they may just be asking you to do something that you're not good at.
Yeah.
And then this guy comes in, he simplifies it. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, and what's that? Not training day. Any given Sunday, the dude say, man, we made the defense dumb enough, you know. So sometimes you got to make it as a coach. You got to say, okay, well, I'm not gonna skip over a talent like this. We want everything we can get out of him. Listen, 60 protection, slide left. 50 protection, slide right, and that's all you got to worry about. And then some people, they sort it, they whip, they doing all these different terminologies. So, you know, like I say, great teachers find ways to teach anybody. You know, a great teacher will find a way to teach. You know, he might be a construction worker, but Picasso will figure out a way to make him become a painter. You know, because he's that great at what he does. You know, Phil Jackson can merge all the personalities to get the ultimate, you know, goal out of those guys. And, you know, I don't give Saban a lot of credit because I do think Saban has the best players. But what I do give him credit, call a spade. But he finds a way to get those guys to play their heart out and get the best out of them. So him being the head coach, you have to give him credit for that. You know, because everybody can't do that. You know,
right?
Everybody can't do that. So,
so listen to me. I'm finna read something to you, right? And I don't know if you saw this already, but just tell me what you think. A new NIL program for the University of Texas has secured $800,000 to launch a Pancake Factory initiative. It provides each offensive lineman $50,000 a year while empowering them to use their NIL rights to support their favorite charities. Texas is giving Texas just figured out a way to give their offensive linemen $50,000, bro.
That's what's up, bro.
And I
That's
think
what's up.
and they had, and it says, well, empowering them to use their NIL rights to support their favorite charities. I think this is the beginning of college football players getting paid. It's not, and it's not coming from the NCAA. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's coming from outside sources. And it seems like however creative you want to get, you can get this creative. We started off with our $500 a month each kid, and I knew once that started that, oh Lord, Oklahoma, Texas, they finna figure out a way to give these kids 5,000. You know what I'm saying? 10,000. How you feel about kids getting paid, bro?
I wasn't a huge fan of it in the beginning, but just because I didn't want the NCAA to take advantage of the kid, meaning like, okay, well, we paying y'all, so like in the pros, it's not a limit to how long you can practice. You know, like, hey, listen, we paying y'all, this is what it is, you know. But then the NFLPA steps in and say, well, hold on, too many two-a-days, too many of that, too many of this. But when you look at college, it will have to involve NCAA for that to happen. And I think NCAA would be salty about it because they was getting 100% of the product. Now you have people stepping in saying, well, hold on, you know, y'all using these players, you know, they likeness and this, that, and the third. So these players need to be compensated. So once they really started breaking it down with the laws and the judges stepping in and everything, I became a fan of it because they should be. You know, these people make a lot of money. These people, you know, make a lot of money off of these players and these kids.
Say it again, dog.
They make a lot of money, you know, off these guys, and then to sit back and say, oh, well, we gave you a scholarship. Like, I mean, Dr. Pepper give people scholarships, bro. So, you know,
that's a good way to put it, dog.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper give people scholarships for throwing footballs in a soda bottle. Right?
That's a good way to put it, dog. I ain't never heard it said that way. How your Patriots doing this year, dog? How your Patriots doing, dog?
I mean, we coming alive, man. We coming alive. You know, I like to stay under the radar. I like to stay under the radar with the Patriots. We got a young quarterback, but
he playing well this year?
So far, so good, bro. I mean, they're not asking them to save the world, but I think, like I said earlier, you know, that's a part of great coaching. Why you asking a rookie, first year in the league, maybe 20 years old, 21 years old, don't ask him to throw it 40, 50 times a game. You know, play defense, punt the ball, and run the ball. When it's time to make throws, ask him to make certain throws. Same thing they did with Brady, you know. So eventually, he'll get the whole playbook. He'll get, you know, everything that offense comes with. And year 4, year 5, then now you got an elite quarterback, you know. But as a rookie, you know, they don't ask 5-year-olds to do multiplication for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about y'all coming to the library? Y'all done won 7 in a row.
Yeah. Once again, under the radar. Under the radar. I don't, you know.
Oh, wait a minute, fool.
Yeah, under the radar. Hey, listen, after we beat Buffalo, I was glad people were saying, like, man, they only threw the ball 3 times. Say, bro, playing offensive line is a thing of beauty. You know what it is to just run the ball in a 10-man box? Like, I remember being at the U, say, bro, you can't run the ball in a 10-man box. You can't, you know, but you can. You know, there's ways to do it. You just got to have the right pieces. You got to put the pieces in the right place, you know. So I just think it's something to run the ball at a person, knowing you're going to run the ball. I know any player that's ever played football has heard that moment or seen that moment where the coach say, hey, listen, defense, run the ball right here, through this gap, stop us. And when you can do that to a team in the pros, bro, that's major, you know. That's major. That's very discouraging to be a defensive lineman or a linebacker.
What? Yeah. Do you know what happened that night? Like, why was the plan we just finna run the ball at these fools? What was that about?
The win, I think it was the conditions. The conditions. You know, you put that ball in the air. If you don't have a really strong arm, that ball get in the air, man. You throw in it left, that ball might just go right.
Okay, so it was just the condition because I heard it in passing on the TV, and I was like, "What at halftime? They ran the ball one time. It was, I mean, passed the ball one time. So it was just the conditions. That it wasn't a
Yeah,
game plan.
conditions.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, conditions. Conditions dictate that. Even kicking field goals, it'll dictate. Okay, well, no, we going for it. I mean, you gonna go for it on your own. Yeah, man. Because if you punt that ball or kick that field goal, you have no chance of making it because of conditions.
Got you. So I mean, dog, you've been a Patriot fan ever since I believe, dog. And was it so? Answer this question the best you can. Was it Brady or was it Belichick, bro?
It was both. It was both.
It was a little bit of both.
It was a little bit
so
of both.
So
I say
Belichick
this,
eventually gonna get there
what?
again.
I'll say it like this: maybe the first 10 years or the first 9 or 8 years, it was Belichick. But then they got to a point to where it became Brady. It became like, okay, well, no, like I said, now we throwing the ball 45 times. We're gonna put the ball in the best player on the field hand, and that's Tom Brady. And so those first three, I'll probably get a Belichick defense and keeping that that hammer on Brady, coaching him up, putting him in good situations where he can have success.
Yeah.
Coach Shannon used to always say, man, don't ask players to do stuff they can't do. So Big V, a great player, Vince Wilfork, but it's 3rd and 10. Why you got to rush in the passer? Bring somebody else in. He'll run stop.
Right.
So,
Shannon was your head coach?
yes, Shannon had the head coaching spot while I was at Miami for 1 year.
Yeah.
My senior year, yeah.
Somebody in the fan asking, did you play with Tyrone Moss? God bless the dead. Yeah, he played high school. He blocked for Tyrone Moss in high school and in college, man. Tell the people how great Tyrone Moss was, bro.
Yo, amazing player, man. Tyrone get it done, bro. He was he had a great combination of speed and power. Very fast, strong player from the waist down, but had the lamps to see, the hole's backside and make a guy miss. And it's just a guy 230 pounds, man, with speed like that, 240.
Man,
You just don't want to tackle that. I mean, at one point, man, Tyrone might have been 250, man. But
in high school, how much did he weigh?
High school, I probably said like 230, 225.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, maybe senior year, like 235. Big dude. And just a headache, bro. Like, who wants to tackle a 235-pound guy for 4 quarters,
Nobody.
And then still got the speed to pop it out backside and take it to the house, So Tyrone was a different animal, man. I knew he was special because Tyrone didn't play at Ely all 4 years. He played at Coconut Creek his freshman year, and I think Tyrone hit us up like 225.
Damn, from Coconut Creek.
Damn. Coconut Creek, man.
Damn.
And they wasn't that good, but it's just, man, this dude Moss, And he transferred to Ely the next year, but it was like you already knew what he brought to the table, man. But the best of Tyrone was the smile, the laugh, man, and just a cool dude. Had your back, and he took care of his offensive line, bro. So just a great player, man. It's sad to see a guy that young go so early,
Right. I remember one day was at work and you asked me one day, will there ever be another Mike Vick, right? And I tell this story on here all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I said what to you? What I said back to you?
You told me he already here.
And I said his name was what?
Lamar Jackson.
Right. I tell this story on here all the time. So now we like in Lamar Jackson 4th or 5th year, right? Do you see it? Where do you? Is there any decline in Lamar Jackson, or what do you see? What's going on with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens? How do you feel about Lamar Jackson now?
Oh, he's an amazing player, man. Definitely a generational guy. The same way you saw Vic in the late 90s, and now you're seeing Lamar in the 20s. I don't think you'll see another Lamar Jackson, like a guy that literally can change a game, with a snap of his fingers. One big play. Any play with Lamar Jackson is a big play. But I do think he got to continue to grow because that pocket That pocket is where it's at, man. Which he really has grown from standing in that pocket and making plays.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw Vic leave Atlanta, and I think Vic kind of took that step when he got to Philly with Andy Reid, where Vic stand in the pocket and could flick it 60, 50 yards downfield, touchdown. But y'all got that cover, y'all got this cover, okay, I broke the pocket, y'all not standing y'all rush lanes. Now I'm going to hit you up for 30, 45, make you play zone coverage because you play man, turn your back to me, I'll take off for another 20, 30 first down, So just put a running quarterback put so much stress on the defense.
Right.
So I think that's something Lamar definitely brings to the table. But at the same time, the Ravens got to keep him. The Ravens got to keep their Ferrari. Got to keep it nice. So he needed another big time receiver that understands he might not get a bunch of targets. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they have a true number one. I mean, Hollywood over there, but Hollywood to me kind of like a speedster, but like a true number one like receiver.
They got Sammy Watkins too, right?
Yeah, Sammy Watkins over there, if I'm not mistaken. But he's a little long in the tooth though.
He's long in the tooth.
Yeah, that ain't Sammy from Clemson. That's a different Watkins, but he can still help.
Watch this. In the comment section, how far did Michael Vick go? How far did he ever go in the playoffs? He never made it to a Super Bowl, no, huh?
No, I think the Eagles used to always bounce him in a championship game. McNabb.
So he actually made, yeah. You think Lamar can win the Super Bowl? You think
the
way he played? You think so?
Of course, yeah. I mean, bro, you got lightning in the bottle. Who want to see Lamar Jackson? I mean, you saw what Hunter? What's the dude named Hunter? The dude from Hollandale. The dude that played out of
Tyler Huntley.
Yeah, Huntley.
Mm-hmm.
He came in the game and pretty much brought him back. And I mean, he made some plays with his legs, but when you got a quarterback that's breaking that pocket or just hold you to certain rules, it's difficult. But you also, Lamar has to know, and I'm pretty sure he's getting coached up, by the NFL coaches to know this. And me, I used to always tell you, I say, bro, listen, when the season ends, you got to do eating pretzels for 365 days. Watching, breaking down game tape. Okay, he like to do this. He like to roll out this way.
You say that all the time, right? Right.
Yeah, so you got to continue to grow. You can't just say, okay, I got it, and it's going to stay that way. You got to continue to grow, and I think he will, but just imagine if he get a real threat from the pocket, but then when the pocket break down, he can still beat you with his legs, So I think the sky's the limit for that guy. But guys out of Pompano Beach do that, man. Guys out of Pompano,
he is for Pompano, fool. He is for Pompano.
They hard to stop, man, on that field, bro.
He is for Pompano, dog. But no, you say that all the time, dog. Listen, them defenses gonna have all off season to figure out what was going on, and they don't come back and throw it at you.
Yeah, but then you gotta have your answer. It's just like a fight. You go there, he won that round. Okay, I gotta go to my corner and I'm gonna win the next one because they don't stop, bro. Trust me. That's why you see a dude may jump on the scene, man, big rookie year, and then maybe his sophomore season have a little slump, because, I got every third down Lamar Jackson. I got every second down Lamar Jackson. And I'm just watching. That's why I get paid to do. I'm just watching tape. Okay, he like to do this. Okay, he don't like it. He don't like to roll out to his left. He like to roll out to his right. So we're going to make him roll out to his left. And you got to have your answers, your staff.
Oh, I think we lost Big Will. Maybe the phone went dead.
Yeah, your answer. So
okay,
it's like a chess match, though, man. But I think Lamar, like I say, the sky's the limit for Lamar Jackson.
Gotcha. So listen, bro. Before you get out of here, man. If y'all just getting here, man, we got Cyrm from University of Miami. He said he had a cup of coffee with the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. Man, made it to the NFL, man. How you feel about Mario? How you feel about Mario, bro? How do you feel about Mario as a Kane fan? Oh, I think we lost him. I think he gone. You there, big dog? You can hear me? Big Wimbs, you can hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, you can hear us?
Yeah, I can't hear you clear.
Well, before you get out of here, dog, can you hear me? Okay, he gone. He out of there. We losing him. So listen, I was just been asking, man, how you feel about Mario? That's big Cyrim Wimbs. He actually played for Mario Cristobal. He talked about him earlier. Y'all just getting in here, y'all can rewind and go back, listen to the top. Go to the top and listen to him talk about Mario being a leader. You know what I'm saying? Let me text him real fast. Yeah, he talked about Mario being a leader. Some of the same things that I said we were missing, bro. Leadership, holding kids accountable. He actually got recruited by Mario Cristobal, and he actually played with Mario Cristobal. Yeah, so if y'all just got in here, man, go ahead and you can rewind that back after everything over with, and check that out, man. That's Big Cyrim Wimbs from Ely High School. Played with Tyrone Moss. Let's see something. Let me get to some of these questions, man. I know y'all got a ton of questions, man. Let me see, man. Okay, so let me see if we can get them back in here. Let's see if we can get them back here. Yeah, man, that's my homeboy Big Wimbs, man. We work together at corrections. I was gonna hit 2 more points with him. Because he always talks about when he came to the University of Miami, how he felt it wasn't the coaches. He was like, listen, man, the players, it was the players who I had to be accountable to. Kind of the same thing Chad Wilson said. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it was the players that I had to be accountable to. It wasn't really the coaches. The players was the one on my ass. The players was the one doing this. The players was the one doing that. And me and him always get into it because I always tell him that, listen, because the culture was in place. Once the culture is in place and the winning ways are there and the system is there, your upperclassmen can lock on the underclassmen. You know what I'm saying? This thing works. We believe in it. This is how it goes. And that's what he experienced when he got there. We're finna bring him back in here. We can get him back in here and we can talk about that real fast. The culture has changed, Big Don. It has. It has, and we're going to try to get it back there. I mean, we got somebody in the house that understands it. Somebody who has head coaching experience. I think Randy Shannon understood it. He just had never been a head coach before. So you get these things thrown at you that you had never had thrown at you before. So you're thinking, yeah, listen, man, you got to deal with head coach shit. You got to deal with all this other stuff, plus on top coach the team. And I think it's an experience. I think Manny just experienced the same thing. Let me see something. All right, let me go read a couple of these questions. $305 say 305. I don't think they're giving them 50,000 check in their hand. They have to donate a portion of it to charity. I guess you're talking about the Texas stuff. Horns with heart, how to plan those 51, 5, 15. $50,000 for each starter, or just any player designated as a lineman? That's what I was wondering. I was wondering, was it just the starters? There your answer right there. That's the answer I think right there. I think that's your answer right there. Somebody else answered it for me. That's what I think is going on, bro. Listen, like, yeah. Raising NIL for Texas athletes such a great proportion. Yes, best believe if it was worded that way, it's their money. They may be trying to teach them how to give to the charities or do certain things. They're gonna have access to something, some of it. They're gonna have access to some of it. You know what I'm saying? Or they wouldn't let the report come out the way it's coming out. I think Texas. We had O lineman we were looking at this weekend with the Texas, right? Let's see. We got 180 in here, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for us and share it for us, man. One second. What you say, Dan? X say he just walked inside Tootsie's. X be at Tootsie's. X have lunch at the strip club. Who the comedian had that joke about eating lunch at the strip club? Who was the comedian had that joke? Chris Rock? I think Chris Rock said something about eating lunch at the strip club. So yeah, man, Texas is definitely changing the game with that. Exactly. Exactly. I'm glad y'all saying it, so I just hit click and I post it so y'all could. I'm glad y'all saying it. So I could just click it and post it and everybody else could read it. Good point, Don. Great point. Great point. I'm gonna scroll back up here. Let me see. So man, big visitation weekend this weekend. I think you heard from the 5-star wide receiver how much he said, how much he loved Mario. Heard the kids had a nice time. I could only imagine somebody else. The other kid that they're trying to get in the fold, Big Shamar Stewart, was at Texas A&M. We posted some of the pictures of him and his family. Trying to figure out what's the correlation between Texas A&M and the fish. I mean, y'all know what's going on there. I ain't Googled it. I haven't looked into it. But what's the correlation between the fish and Texas A&M, and what is that about? Yeah, what is the correlation? What's the correlation between them and the big fish? I know it. I always tell y'all in the comment section below. Y'all smarter than me. I know y'all know what it's about. Kamari Wilson, what? On the 15 doesn't matter. Texas won't win the natty. Yeah, that was Chris Rock that said that, right? Charitable donations, relax. Text break, they're not slick. Oh, that's what they're trying to say. They after the big fish. So they okay, Texas. All right, Texas. I see you asking questions about T2. One thing that we did here is Coach Roland Smith, actually coach at Miami Central, who you saw on the picture with Mario, who played for the University of Miami. We're hearing that he's kind of pushing for Miami T2 to head to Miami, or for Miami to take T2. I think knowing T2, the situation with T2 and things of that nature, I think him staying home would be best for him. I think him staying home, him being close to family, will be best for him. I never thought him going to Maryland was to play for him, even though he was there with a nice staff. He was there with a guy from Miami who recruits Miami, who I grew up with. I think he's a defensive coordinator at Maryland, and he was with Coach Loxley at Maryland. But I just didn't think him being away from home that long period of time was the best decision for him. But now he's back home, and Miami, we were hearing last week, wasn't moving on T2. And we'll see how it play out. He got some things in his favor. Either way, I think he'll end up okay. I mean, there's just too much talented of a kid. He's bouncing back from an injury, but too much talent. Too much talent in a kid. I just think him staying at home would be best for him. Miami just would have to feel the same way when it comes to the situation and I guess a lot of times it's supply and demand too. Like at linebacker, like what do you have in your class? What do you got coming in? A lot of times it is that. We got X in the house. What's going on? We got X in the house. Let's see what it sounds like. Man, where you at, man? You gotta take the mute button off, man. I know we ain't finna hear nothing but music. Yo. What's going on, man? Hey, we got X live from Tootsie's. What's going on, man?
What's up, people?
You can hear us? I know you can't hear us, dog. What's going on, man? What's going on around you, man? Like, flip the camera. Let us see the scene. Let us see the scenery. X actually thought he was gonna be able to do a show from Tootsie's. You can hear me, dog?
Yeah, I can't hear that, man.
Well, if you can't hear that, let us see, dog. Let us see what you. We don't want to see your shirt. We want to see your shirt. This man crazy, man. This man crazy. What a waitress is that? What a waitress is that, man? What a strippers at, man? Show us a pole or something, man. Damn. All right, man. Holla at me, man. This man wild, man. This man crazy, man. Hey, what's the use of seeing him in the strip club? He ain't gonna show us no old. You know what I'm saying? What's the purpose? Exactly, dog. Flip the camera. Tell him again, Josh. Flip the camera. What are we doing? We don't want to see your Caneville shirt. X wild, man. X wild. We hear all the Miami Dolphins running backs got COVID, so Duke Johnson might be starting by default. Give my dog a chance. Why my dog teared up? Watch, you're gonna be like, damn, why they ain't been put dogs in the game, man? It's so many politics in the NFL, man. It's crazy, man. I think that's a good idea, big dog. I think that's a good idea. I think we have the head coach that could deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever comes with a kid like T2, I think we have the head coach that could deal with it. I think the leadership now is a lot stronger than it has been in the past. And you heard Wimbs. You heard Cyrm Wimbs say he thinks Mario's going to embrace the old heads coming back to help out. I mean, you got all these GAs and all these coaches and help me coaches at Clemson and Georgia and Alabama. That's what we have. What we have is our history and our legacy and all of our legacy players and you know what I'm saying? That's the advantage that we have. And not having them around, I think not having them around is part of the reason the bar was lowered. You know what I'm saying? That's our history. That's who we are. That bar has to stay up there, and we have to stay striving for that. Winning the Coastal can't be our goal. Even though I would love to see us win the Coastal. But I don't think that could be the goal. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. How's we passing on T2 when all we got is flag? Well, we got Wesley coming in. I mean, listen, bro, listen. It's their decision. Like I said, when you get in that transfer portal, I was told by coaching staff that they're no longer looking at your high school, what you were in high school. They're rating you from when you got to college and what did you do that year, or just how were you, even if you didn't play, how were you from the day you walked into Maryland until the day you came back home. They're no longer looking at your high school stars or your high school highlight. You're now a college player. And that's how they kind of look at it. I would love if they bring T2 in eventually, man. I would love to have T2 and Wesley. I would love to have both of them same squad. I don't know Austin Cave. I haven't heard anything about Austin Cave. He's another kid that I think need a chance. I think Austin Cave could play. I mean, I don't know, but some reason he can't get on the field, and it could be what Cyrm Wimbs just talked about, getting the plays down, learning, getting these things together. Could be that. Y'all just gonna make Chase Smith a linebacker, huh? This man said he has not practiced as a linebacker. He has not took a snap as a linebacker. Y'all just gonna make him a linebacker, huh? They gonna force the man to be a linebacker. Josh said he ain't trying to hear. We ain't got no linebackers. Straight up. Josh said he ain't trying to hear none of that, man. We ain't got no linebackers. Straight up. So listen, man. If you want to get down with the ILD squad, we're gonna put that right in there. We all in the strip club. Helen's still in here, man. We all in the strip club with X. I need to start taking some of them strip clubs. If y'all want to get down with ILD squad, there's a link right there, man. Just send me a text, man. 786-405-9499. If you're looking at YouTube, it's at the top. If you're looking at the YouTube, basically you just come on a platform and we show you what we invest in. Whether it's crypto, we talk about cryptos that we invest in. Talk about stocks we invest in. We actually sometimes put the receipts in there and show you what we're jumping in. So if y'all want to get involved, that's what it is. The link is in the description. The link is in the chat. And if you're on YouTube, it's pinned at the top. Or just send us a text. We'll shoot you the link. 786-405-9499. I thought we was going to get Wimbs back in here, but I told him it was straight. So we're going to get ready to get up out of here and dip up out of here. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Brooks. Live to y'all saw X live from Tootsie's. Y'all saw X live. Y'all saw X live from Tootsie's. Y'all saw X live from Tootsie's. We heard from the coaches at the coaching staff that the current coaching staff supposed to get word here soon who's gonna stay, who's gonna go. But we heard nothing official had been said yet, so we ain't gonna touch that just yet. You know what I'm saying? We're hearing rumblings about certain things. We're not gonna touch that just yet. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna leave that lingering for now. But listen, bro. Y'all stay locked in with us, man. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I'm D-Man, and I appreciate y'all.
Listen up. If you listen to Elon and you put your money in Deuce Coin and it went down, then you came back and you put your money in Shiba, the other dog coin, and now it went down, it's because you don't know what you're doing. Investor IOD Squad. We've created a platform where you can just come watch what we do. And if you feel like it, you could copy it. It's on you. IOD Squad, man. Click the link in the description or whatever it is. Come get on the platform and you can just see what we do and stop putting your money in things and they go down. All right, listen up. One more time. If you listen to Elon and you put your money in Deuce Coin and it went down, then you came back and you put your money in Shiba, the other dog coin, and now it went down, it's because you don't know what you're doing. Investor IOD Squad. We've created a platform where you can just come watch what we do. And if you feel like it, you could copy it. It's on you. IOD Squad, man. Click the link in the description or whatever it is. Come get on the platform and you can just see what we do and stop putting your money in things and they go down.